Where is heavy fermium? Where, wherefore art thou? Or have I even broken out the other stuff in here? Probably not. It's 0.34 intelligent units, and I know those require the heavy fermium. I know that those require the heavy fermium. Also, yeah, I will need antelope for utility. There's the servo mechanisms. I have the coils. Have I broken the sub-denier down? But I know that those don't. The NEMs? Are you listed here? No. You were not listed there. I don't think this is using heavy fermium. Odd. Interesting. Maybe the superconductors. No, not the superconductors. Interesting. So this doesn't actually use heavy fermium outside of what's needed for the circuits. I think. Well, that's good to know. But what I need for the circuits is, I need as many circuits as I can possibly get, the intelligent units, and these are going to be a bit more heavy fermions. So if we really do the math and we look at space science, it's 1.25-ish plus another minimum-ish 0.16. So we're looking at, like, we'll want at least 1.5, if not 2, of heavy fermions. So basically this times 2. So the way that I'm going to build this, actually, ignore all values of building counts, right? Like, just ignore all building count values, because I'm going to be using speed modules and beacons for speed. I could productivity with the current settings, but I will not be doing productivity in the main chains here. There's a good reason for that. You may notice there's this like percentage stuff here. All these numbers and percentages and 43, 25, 45, 40, 50, 65, 35, 70. This is mathematically designed to be 720 pulp in to 720 70% out. This is mathematically designed to be exactly 1-to-1 pulp to 70% uranium. There should not be productivity in here, because if productivity is in here, it just completely destroys the balance. Like, it completely destroys the mathematical perfection of this system. So, yeah, it is 1-to-1 enriched pulp to enriched uranium 70%. That is how I know that I have all the proper steps listed here, by the way. It's because it is a 1-to-1 in and out with the matrix solver on. Can you believe I did this math by hand the first time? Yeah, I did the math by hand, didn't I? Yeah, in the off the rails playthrough, when I got to this point, I did the math by hand for this. I wasn't using Hellmod in that entire series. So, yeah. By the way, the off the rails series, I totally got space science through quantum computing without using Hellmod. It's completely possible to do. I'm, of course, using it now because it is highly useful for a tool for planning. Saves the time of having to do the stuff by hand by not having me do it by hand. So we need a few buildings. Just a few buildings. In fact, I think I have Mark 3 of some of these. Maybe? Let me check. This isn't using leaching stations. It is. So yeah, I think I have... Yeah, so I have the Cyclones at Mark 3. So let me actually just, for the sake of it, say Mark 3 on these Hydrocyclones and, like, speed. All the speed. Also, bear in mind that, you know, this is going to help unlock the level 5 God modules, which again is going to change things significantly. But I won't use them here. Like, obviously, I'm going to just use the regular raw speed 8s instead on anything that shouldn't have the productivity bonuses on it. So I have these. I'll take those. What about anything else? Like, literally anything else. I don't think I have the hydro classifiers in Mark III because they need carbon nanotubes. Pretty sure that's just a place the building thing, right? Like, I'm pretty sure that that one's just a place the buildings. Needs pyrolytic carbon. No, it needs fine carbon dust and methane access in a molecular assembler. Yeah, that's fine. It's a ball mill to make the fine carbon dust. Just grab a ball mill quickly. Just like, hey, buddy, make me some fine carbon dust. Productively, if you would please. Just as productively as possible. Make me fine carbon dust so that I can place a Mark III molecular assembler. I'm going to pin for now. I should have a molecular assembler array area-ish here. These guys. Yeah, these guys are awesome. Should also have methane somewhere. Hey, look, it's methane. It's methane! Is that methane even operational? It should be, right? I don't think Immortal was that much of a person to change the methane recipes to use pesticide. At least not this one. Yeah, that's not pesticide. That's not pesticide. Are there though? No. No, I think it's just the one recipe that's just Moondrop and CO2. Like, that's it for the Moondrop stuff. Just, oh, and then fertilizer, right. Just 3 total recipes to make methane from the Moondrop. You just need the supply of Moondrop. You are not making that stuff. You are making that stuff. I'll need actually a lot of this stuff as a FYI. So this is going to be something that will need to be scaled with lots and lots of speed over time. But basically, that unlocks a significant amount of stuff by having carbon nanotubes. So that unlocks several Mark III things. Obviously, the Mark III Hydro Classifier, but that's going to take time. I'm going to just let it do its magic for now, and come back later to do that shifting of upgrading of stuff once I get my heavy fermion in particular. So what else is listed here? Thickeners are listed here. That one is also just the carbon nanotube that I would need. Let's grab those. Let's grab the... looks like I need evaporators and agitators. The evaporators are up here. The agitators. Isn't it like really convenient having this phthisis? It's really convenient having this phthisis. Really, really convenient. Let's see. Have I grabbed leeching? No, I have not. Leeching is here. I do have the Mark III leeching stations. Screeners. Secondary and impact crushers and jaw crushers. Alrighty then. Grab a couple of those. Grab those. Grab those. I also techs. I have all the purple techs now. Every single purple science tech I now have, which means I also have a whole bunch of upgrades to long reach. So I can reach things that far. I'm here. I can reach all the way down to there. Down in here. It is beautiful, wonderful, and magnificent. Am I missing anything? I don't think so. I don't think I'm missing anything. My vehicle should have absolute massive numbers of beacons, as well as speed modules in it, so I think I'm good at this point in time. So yeah, what's going to happen, by the way, is that my output of the heavy fermium material will increase once I get access to the better God modules, which will have 50% productivity, and as I get more advanced foundries at higher mark levels, I'll be getting the Mark III advanced foundry, which will have 2 more module slots. I can slot in the 4 50% productivity modules, which will, of course, even with just this level of inputs, give me the amount of heavy fermium that I need for my production, just off of this alone, doing those particular upgrades. Alrighty then, I'm just going to look and see what the heck do I need for that level 3. Oh, I need diamagnetic and harmonic absorbers. Is that just a place a thing? That's the one that's a pyrolytic. Yeah. That is a place a thing. That is a place a thing. Let's very quickly, before heading on over in that general direction, grab that. Go over to where I'm making the nanotubes. This is why, by the way, I need a whole bunch of nanotubes. It's because it gets used for pyrolytic. How much stuffs? Vacuum, 45, 30. Go faster. There we go. Oh yeah, I'm also making the ultra-fast long end filter and the filter long inserters, so all 4 of the not configurable versions of the ultra-fast inserters. Just because it's, I need them. I need them in my life. So yeah, that's that. It makes a whole point to here, go faster. Go faster, although I doubt you need it. And that just, you know, I have the things. I have the things for you. Just bring them. Just like I have the things for you. Welcome to the late game of the Pi Suite, by the way. It's mostly a matter of just place the buildings down for stuff. So that's those. What about the harmonic absorbers? I think that's going to require zinc nano particles. Yeah, the zinc oxide nanoparticles, and hyperelastic. I think this is one I could also just place as soon as I get the zinc oxide nanoparticles. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. I want to do that after the uranium stuff. So let's do the uranium stuff. Where am I going to do the uranium stuff? That is a good question. So I want to probably do this over where I used to have the Ulrich build. So that's what I'll do. I will bring in the ore by train, and then I will send out the powders. Yes, powders plural. Because I will make the heavy fermium at my mall, but I will need the 20% powder at some point once the specific section of the pie suite is updated that changes the production of super steel to use Mark II fuel rods. That's when I'll need that, and I'll also need to have like yellow cake out here because we're going to have to at some point upgrade this even further to output yellow cake. So I will repurpose this spot. This specific spot. I have to put you there. This is going to be 20% uranium, powder depot 1. This is going to be 70%. As for the 40% powder, I don't know if I really need it. I don't know if I really need it. Unless you need the Mark III to make the Mark IV? No, you don't. And you don't need it to make the Mark V. You need the yellow cake to make the Mark V. So there's no point in it in this existing. And that's what. And then there. No, just no. Don't do it. Not for the Mark I fuel rods. So this will be the 20% uranium powder station 1. I need to. I forgot to include the rail signal there on this blueprint, which is sad and unfortunate. This is the 70% powder. And then I need 1 input right there. And this is the uranium ore input. You there. I don't need to search because I know exactly that it is there. Bring me the uranium. All of the uranium. So I have up to 72 per second of uranium ore production at this point in time. Oh yeah, I need like all the other inputs too now, don't I? So what are the other inputs here? Iron ore dust, as well as sulfuric acid. Those are the only 2 besides steam. So I will need a source of steam. What shall our source of the steam be? Probably just coke. So let's tack on ore dust, coke, and sulfuric acid. I guess I should actually... Yeah, I should actually... It's not the dust that is the continuation of this. Do the filter by ingredient. It's that. Yes? Wait, what? Oh. Huh. Oh, it's that one. Right. It's the one that's not enabled yet because it is a utility science. It is a utility science, and that goes into that. So filtration media into it really lets you choose whether you want tailings dust or uranium waste. I mean, either way, it's getting voided, so, I mean, really? The uranium waste, by the way, goes into the vanadium processing chain. Um, that's where that goes. Sand and soda ash, I don't know about that, if I'll do it locally. Probably I'll do that locally, fully. Then the 81 ammonia and biofilm. Alright. That is what I needed to know. That is what I needed to know about these things. Why does it say that I have 70 or 57.6 of the 79% when it doesn't tell me? Industrial solvent. That's a bit of a problem. Maybe I'll put that onto my train network at some point. Along with the soda ash. Alright. So I'm going to plan this out so that it goes all the way through the yellow cake stuff. If I do that, then I should add that input station as well. And depot. So let's pin. Let us pin, just so that I can see what all these are. So let's add one of these. Grab the whole thing, please. This will be the yellow cake station. The glorious cake. And I need to add a depot. Add that depot. Yellow cake depot 1. Alright, next. How many of these? Oh boy. This is gonna be interesting. I'll close the gap a little bit here. So, what do we have? We have the actual uranium itself. We have the iron ore dust. Uranium, iron dust. Is it dust or powder? It's dust. Yellow cake station. The next solid in is steel plates. Interesting. Interesting. So this is uranium, steel, uranium, biofilm, or technically the next thing is filtration media. And then biofilm. Also, yeah, all of these little loaders aren't going to be what they are. So this is uranium biofilm. And then we get into the fluids, right? It's just fluids from here on out. So that'll be the sulfuric acid and the soda ash, sulfuric acid, soda ash, industrial solvent, ammonia. Four of them, and I'm not missing anything here, I don't think. Yeah. So 4 fluid input stations. And I can't use these exactly because it's different width. What shall I do? It's over here, right? These are inputs, not outputs. This one. This right here is what I need. Yes, I need 1, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4. Cannot forget the signals. Cannot forget the signals. There we go. The signals. So this will be, oddly enough, uranium, sulfuric acid. What? What? Oh. I must have planned this. Yeah, that's right. This. Yeah, I sorta planned that I would have some of this processing ahead of time over here, but no. Different plan. Different plan. Yeah, 2. We have a different plan here for things. This will be uranium, ammonia, uranium, industrial solvent, and uranium soda ash. That will eventually be that. That is planning for the future. For now, all I really need is the iron ore dust, which is here. Train is on the way. I need the sulfuric acid as well. And that will be that. That shall be that. I have two trains coming. One is very close by from being right here. Right here. I would hope it's bringing me from there. Okay. From the beginning. There's the sulfuric acid. Good. Good. We'll build starting out in over here. So. Boink. Make me that stuff quickly. Very, very, very quickly. And by very quickly, I mean very, very quickly. Now, I will need to have a source of power because if I put the modules in, it won't actually tell me the effect of the modules until the beacons have power. Beacons cannot beacon without power. So that gives me 22.5, which means that should give me what I need for the 30-ish per second in one building, as opposed to, 12. So we've gone from 12 buildings to 5, effectively. So it's 5 instead of 12. I call that pretty efficient use of my resources. By doing that, just input output. I will need to remove the stone. Oh right, I was gonna have coal. Right. About that. Fuel for steam and voiding. Yeah, that would be good. To have a fuel for voiding and steaming. Oops, as the game chugs along. Yeah, let's tack on another one of those. I'll do that right there. Oh no, I'm out of bulk rail unloaders to add a coke station. Oh noes. I know the irony that we are processing uranium, which, makes a fuel in the form of the fuel rods, and that I'm bringing in fuel to make steam. There is some irony in there. It's like, why would you not use the fuel? It's a fuel, right? It's totally a fuel. Not quite the fuel we need, unfortunately. Off we go. But ISIS is awesome. And my ability to vastly improve the ability to get around the base. Also, the Dingrito has been buffed on its turning rate as well as fuel consumption, making it significantly better than what it was. It is significantly better as a means of transportation. You can actually stop with it now. You can actually turn with it now. It is much, much, much better than previously. I don't really think I need 2 stacks of much of anything that I've taken with me. So I'll just get rid of extra stacks of stuff. So I took it out and played with the Dingrito a little bit because that was how I, deleted things. So this was an Ulrich production zone. The Dingrito did my deletion for me. Same with the meat over here. All of the meat stuff. That was Dingrito Demolition Derby. If I look at my 10, yeah, those spikes on the 10-hour. Yeah, that's the Ulrich. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's the destruction of Ulrich. The Ulrich line. There should be Mark 2s, I think, in there as well. Maybe. Ish. Oh, right. Oops. For some reason, I don't think it includes items that were in a chest at the time. So a number of these chests were like full chests of crap that are in here, these warehouse stuff. So it's just full of stuff that was further deleted. Yeah, so yeah, just, demolition derby on with the Dingrito. This spike here was the Mark II Og paddocks from the meat factory that has been deleted from existence. Yeah. That was definitely a thing. That has happened. I need that. You and you and that and that. I don't need the Mark IIs anymore of any of that. I don't care about the resources that were lost by doing that. Coke. Uranium. Coke. That's what you are. Does not matter to me. I have an infinite supply of all those buildings. Infinite supplies. And I'm at Mark 3 now with the stuffs. Could I upgrade those buildings to Mark 3? Sure. But why? I have plenty already made. Already made. It's easier to just destroy them. How am I getting my meat then? I made a new meat factory. So, that previous factory that was like 160 some odd Mark II Ulrich or Og paddocks, giving me caged Ogs, has been replaced by 14 Mark III Og paddocks, making Og pups that are then being grown and then slaughtered into twice the amount of meat I was making before. Twice the amount of meat. This is 60 meat, not 30. Because of a combination of things, including a better meat recipe via a tech, upgrading the output across the board of meat, as well as the growth factor and resveratrol pup raising recipes, doubling the amount of adults you get per pup, and then the pheromones recipe vastly increasing the amount of pups that you get. So pheromones, growth factor, resveratrol, and a tech upgrade to increase the amount of meat itself all happen at the exact same time with purple science. And I am in the process of upgrading all of the other animal products. I have done so with bone meal already. I did it with the meat. I have done it with the bone meal. We are currently building in the spot for this uranium factory where I had the original bone meal factory, which was only 5 per second. This is 60 per second here out of this Ulrich bone meal. And just a note, though, while there are techs that upgrade the output of bones, meat, guts, brains, lard, there is no one upgrade for bone meal. Just as a, by the way, to Pyanodon and King Arthur, there's no bone meal output upgraded recipe for some reason. Some weird reason. Nothing improves bone meal output. However, there is oddly a Xeno BMP recipe that gives you an increased output of bone meal. There is oddly there are BMP recipes. So there are BMP recipes that give you improved output on various things that give you bone meal. Xenos don't give you bone meal by default, right? Xenos give you chitin. They don't give you bones. Yet for some reason the BMP Xeno has a bone meal recipe. And it's the only thing that gives you bone meal out of Xenos. Yeah, it's either the base bone meal or the BMP bone meal. There is no tech bonus. There is no tech bonus to bone meal. There is a tech bonus to bones, but not a tech bonus to bone meal, which is odd.